everyone, really glad that you're able to join me. Welcome back to the Carp Cal Channel and welcome to the first video here in 2025, and we're kickstarting it off here at Elphicks Fisheries, and we're on Kettles Lake. This is a lake which we've not featured on the channel yet, so this will be, so we've covered Sandwich, we've covered Prairie, so we're now going to be covering Kettles. And Kettles Lake is a runs lake on the lake. It's a bigger lake than Sandwich, and it's got more sort of an average of higher double figure carp. So session aim really is to get a carp above 16 pound, but as long as we catch 2 carp, then I will be leaving very, very happily. One thing to note is that it is a absolutely glorious day. The weekend has been really, really nice. It's 16.5 degrees at the moment, so it's a lovely subtle temperature in order to get out bankside, and it's not going to be too cold tonight, which is one thing. Especially at the moment, I'm a little bit ill, I've got a bit of a cold, so I don't really want to be cold at night. I want to be fairly warm, so it's a subtle temperature, 9-10 degrees here at night, so that'll be a really, really nice temperature to get some sleep and hopefully keep running out to the rods as they go off. So yeah, absolutely so happy to be back bankside. It's very busy here today on Kettles Lake, so we might move around a few swims, but the swim we've got at the moment is a really nice one. It's at the end, we've got control over quite a large portion of water, so fingers crossed it manages to pay off and we get a carp out. So going to set everything up as per usual, and as well I've got the Fox Easy Shelter Plus with me because I thought the temperature is just that nice. So yeah, it'll be a nice easy quick setup for us, and then we'll get the rigs out into the water. So anyway, really looking forward to it. Glad to have you along as always, and I'll catch you when everything's all been set up. So it's been a really, really lovely afternoon. Sun's been shining throughout, still got a nice clear blue sky, and the lake is just really, really peaceful and calm, so it's really easy to see where the fish are coming up. So I've not actually managed to do any filming as of such, and the reason is because the lake was so busy and people are in the swims that I wanted to get in. I've kind of just sort of stayed on one swim, but I have been baiting a few areas just that I'm keen to get to. So from where I'm currently fishing at the moment, I've got a nice island in front of me and I've got a good amount of control over the water, and from when I've been looking at the water, a lot of the fish have shown up really, really tight to the margins, like almost as if the bubbles are coming up within the reeds on the corner of where the margins are, especially quite close to the island. So I've put a little bit of bait out in a few spots in which those bubbles have been coming up to hopefully keep the fish feeding, but everywhere else really I've not seen too much action, especially sort of in the middle of the lake. There's round to my right, there's some far weed line and margins. I've not seen any bubbles come up there. Most of the bubbles and fish activity I've seen has been straight in front of me. So if I turn this round so you are able to see, so this is the swim where we're filming, where we're fishing. So you can see the islands in front of us here, and well, that's, yeah, getting good signs already. Pretty much against that reed line there, most of the fish have been showing, and I think that's where we're going to have the most luck. Where I've fished Prairie and Sandwich and all sorts, a lot of the luck which I have had has been not within close proximity to wherever the weed line or the margins are, but a little bit out from it. But I think this time round, I think the fishing is going to work when we're quite tight knit to where the island is. The swim where I was fishing beforehand is on the very end down there, so I control over pretty much the entirety of those margins there, but I just really wasn't seeing much activity there. So I'm really hoping that we can get the majority of the fish out from in front of us over here. So hopefully the rod that's been making the most noise, which is my right hand rod, will go off in a minute, and we'll have a carp to show for our efforts. But the lake is pretty much everyone's left now, so we get most of it to ourselves, so it's really, really nice. It's just so good to be back out on the bankside again, even though I'm still a little bit ill. But I mean, you know, they do say that getting outside is the best healer for you, so we shall see how that goes. But football's on now, so I'm probably going to watch the football and yeah, just relax, and hopefully we'll have a carp to show very soon. I've also got a new gadget which I'm going to review a little bit later with you guys, and I think it is pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you what it is. A little bit of a hint, it is to do with keeping warm, so I'll let you try and work out what that is. But yeah, football now, cup of tea, and enjoy the serenity. That was a good rhyme. That wasn't meant to be like that, but it was. So anyway, right, let's get fishing, which we are, and I'll catch you all in a little bit. Well everyone, we've kick-started 2025 off to a great start, and this is probably one of the most wonderful looking mirrors I've ever had the pleasure to catch. Take a look at that. Wowee, it's almost like a ghosty kind of mirror. £15.6, only a few ounces under the target for this session, but I mean, you can't really complain. It is absolutely stunning. What a magnificent looking fish. We'll get it back shortly, but absolutely blown away. Very rarely catch mirrors, especially scaly ones like this, so what a fantastic way to start the session. Hopefully more like this. Get in. Well, judging by the amount of bites we've had in the last half an hour, I knew it wouldn't be very long until we welcome the second guest bankside, and this one is a lovely common, which really does want to go back, so I'm really not going to hold him out for too long. But it's a common, and I probably reckon it's probably under 10 pounds or so. But yeah, look at that for a fish. Absolutely magnificent. Look at the scales, absolutely beautiful. Wow, really turning into a lovely session. So yeah, fantastic. Got to go to the cafe and get dinner now, but yeah, brilliant way to end out the afternoon into the evening. Let's hopefully get more just like this. Well, I've just gone and got my dinner, and I've put the rods back out, and they're already going off already. It goes to show that, especially in these months, I mean, we're not really in prime time season yet, but especially in these months coming into, you know, the nicer, warmer days, it still sort of apply the same kind of thing, looking at where the fish are. And I mean, that applies for all year round, but especially in these months where it's just difficult to pinpoint whereabouts you want to fish. Seeing that back line of all the reeds and looking from where they were showing, and now we've got 2 carp to result for it, I just think it's great. And it just, as I say, it goes to show that different things, you have to think differently every session you go to, you know, because just because it's worked last time doesn't mean it's going to work this time. And especially from where most of the time I fished, as I said previously, I don't tend to fish tight knit to features, but this time, you know, fishing tight knit to the features is what's resulting with the fish. So yeah, it's brilliant. And all the fish I've landed actually have been a sweet pineapple from hitted bait. Normally it's a tuna and crayfish which you know, does the work for me, but as I say, it just goes to show that the baits, you know, work wherever you are, and it's good to see. But one thing I really wanted to show you was the food that I've just got. Now this is what's called the Barry burger, and I tell you what, for a burger, I mean, you really cannot go wrong. Hash brown, bacon, onion rings, and it is absolutely magnificent. So I just wanted to pay a little bit of a thank you really to the cafe owners here at Elphicks, who do a magnificent job, and the food is just, it's brilliant, and the prices are great, and you're paying for good quality food. And I mean, this kind of stuff like you expect to see in restaurants, and you know, well, for me anyway, but I mean, you really cannot go wrong with that. So yeah, it's fantastic. I've got the football on in the background. I've got a fresh copy of the freshwater informer, no pun intended, but yeah, you just cannot beat it, can you? Cannot beat being out bankside. So yeah, cheers, and speak to you all in a little bit. Well, it's 5:30 and the evening's sort of officially begun, and it's a pleasure to welcome the 3rd carp bankside. This one I decided to weigh because it's got a little bit of a belly on it, but it's another gorgeous common carp. Take a look at this. That is absolutely pristine, not a scale missing. Gave me a really good fight actually, and I thought it was much bigger than what it was when it came to the surface, but blimey, can't go wrong. Absolutely pristine carp in these lakes, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, great start to the evening. Oh my god, what a session this is turning out to be. I came here at the beginning of the day thinking it'll probably be a little bit slow and I might get 1 or 2 out, and in quick succession we've had quite a few. Now it's starting to become evening time, a few of the littler ones are starting to come out. I think they're deciding to have a little bit of fun. During the last take I had when the rod went while I was holding the fish. That was probably about 5 or 6 pounds. But they're out there and they're yeah, just letting it rip really. So now that I've managed to sit down for 5 minutes or so, which is nice, I've been feeling it might be, oh no, I'm not going to say anything actually, but yeah, I mean, you can't complain, really can't complain. And it's gone 6:15 and it's still fairly light. When I was back here in November, I think it was December actually, on Sandwich Lake, and we finished that year with that small little carp, but better than nothing. I think it got to about 4:30, I think, and it was pitch black or nearing that. And now it's 6:15 and it's light. I just really missed the long days, really missed the nice, bright, you know, lovely evenings. But it's not far, and technically this is one of them, because it's just been so nice today. I think it's going to be nice tomorrow. And my granddad is actually coming down here tomorrow to fish, and I didn't realise until he put a message in the. Oh my goodness, that was both of them. I just can't complain really. But yeah, he messaged and said he's coming down here tomorrow, so he might be doing some fishing with Grandad as well. Yeah, lovely, really lovely. Second half of football now, so I'm going to carry on watching that. I've just finished my burger, so I've got to put that in the bin and start settling down, I think. But yeah, lovely. Well, darkness has officially fallen upon us, and I genuinely mean this when I say this. This is the first chance I've actually been able to sit down in about an hour. The rods have consecutively gone off every single time I've placed. I have not had 2 rods in the water for the last hour. See what I mean? Oh, it's just been unbelievable. So this is probably the 8th, I think it's the 8th or 9th carp now we've had. Probably the biggest of the evening. It's a really nice common. It's just been unbelievable really. This is probably the biggest we've had this evening. It's just under 14 pounds. It's another really nice common carp. Really lovely. Gave a good scrap. And honestly, I don't know how long I can keep up with this. I might have to bring the rods in for tonight. But yeah, as long as they keep coming like this, no problems, no issues whatsoever. Oh, right, let's get this back and get the rods back out again. No doubt we'll probably be back here very, very soon, but unbelievable. So I was just getting ready to go to bed, and of course the inevitable happened and the rod went off. And this one gave me a really good fight, so I thought I'd show you all. It's a really, really lovely carp actually, really lovely. But let's hold it up for you. There it is. Absolutely lovely carp, really long body, big tail. But I think for the night time, I think we're only going to be videoing carp that are over the 14 pound mark now. But this one, I thought gave such a good scrap. I think it's worth to show. But let's get it back, get the rods back out, and probably get a little bit of sleep, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, lovely carp, lovely evening. Well, we're back here bankside again. I don't know what the time is, but got ourselves another carp, and it's a mirror carp, and it's over 14 pounds, 14 pound 3. Really has got a lot of fight, so we'll see how well we do. But there we go, look at that. That's a beautiful mirror carp. Lovely tail, lovely colours, absolutely pristine. Same again, can't go very wrong with that. 14 pound 3 and a mirror carp. So yeah, brilliant for us. Let's get it back and see what else we can get. Cracking. Well, good morning everyone. Absolutely lovely morning. It's rained a little bit, which I wasn't expecting, but me and the weather, it's always bound to rain at some point, whenever. It got so busy last night, I had to bring the rods in, and I've not done that before, but I just had to get some sleep, especially from where I'm not feeling the best. I really was getting tired, so yeah, I had to bring the rods in, which is a first, but that's a good sign, really, really good sign. So we've got the rods back out this morning. We're fishing tight again to the islands. Grandad is here. He's fishing down the other side of the lake, and I've already gone to go and see him, so we'll see how he's getting on in a little bit when we go down to the cafe and grab a sarnie. But yeah, it's looking to be a good day's fishing. The sun is already coming out, starting to burn off that sort of mist, that low level mist over the fields and the lake itself. But I'm hoping it's going to be another full day of action. Might be a little bit slow because it tended to be in the evening yesterday when things really picked up, so I imagine it might be the same again. But we'll see what happens. So we've got about an hour before we head down to the calf. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we manage to get a carp out in the morning. I can't imagine it's going to be too long. I hope not anyway, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the morning. Fish for about an hour. I'll see you bankside if we get any visitors. If not, we'll be down the cafe and we'll go from there. So I'll speak to you in a little bit. So it's 10:30. No difference in terms of the morning. No carp landed just yet, but have got something else instead, and that is a cheesy bacon sarnie, courtesy of the cafe, and a hot chocolate, so I don't think you can go too wrong with that. There's been some action around the lake. A few others have caught fish. There was a really nice carp that came out down towards the bottom end of the lake. Sadly, it wasn't my granddad, but he'll get one. I'm sure he will. So yeah, we're just still out here enjoying the serenity of the lakes, and hopefully we'll have a visitor soon. I was complaining last night that I was getting too many, and now it would be nice to get a few more. So gonna eat my breakfast, fingers crossed we land a few more, and I'll catch you around about midday and I'll let you know how we're getting on. So I'll see you then. So we've had a bit of a moment of madness. There's lots of noise going on, which kind of equates to what's just happened. Both the rods went off, managed to land them both, and to reward, we've got a really beautiful carp here, 15£6. It's got so much energy left in it, so I'll only hold it up briefly, but look at that, that's a beautiful carp. Lovely scales, absolutely beautiful, and well behaved, which is nice. So get it back very quickly, get the other one out and see what that goes, but £15.6. Right, this is the second fish from this moment of madness. This is the biggest of our session, £15.10. There we go, look at that, absolutely beautiful. Look at the dark colours on it. God, really am exhausted now, but what a cracking looking carp. Get a few photos and get it back very shortly, but absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, so I had a very slow take on one of the rods and picked it up, and I thought it wasn't very much, but then it burst into life, and I tell you what, I don't think I've had a harder scrap with any of the carp in this lake than this fish. But it came up to the surface, and it's actually quite big. I reckon this is going to smash the £16 target. It potentially might even hit the 20 range. It's a really lovely mirror, really lovely mirror. I need to get everything sorted, but it's in the net. But I will keep you all in suspense, and I will show you when we get it out. But yeah, I'm quite excited about this one. I think this is going to be the fish of the session, and it couldn't come at a better time when I'm starting to pack things away, so we will see what it goes. So I'll see you on the bankside. Well guys, we've absolutely smashed the session target, £22 on the nose, and this is a gorgeous fish. So this is the biggest fish I've ever had out of Kettles here, and it's a very gorgeous mirror. Hopefully it allows me to show you all. Have a look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous for a carp. Look at, oh wow, I'm absolutely over the moon. I've never had a fish over 21 pound in this lake, and we've smashed the session target, completely obliterated it. I wasn't expecting a 20, but we've got one, and it is absolutely beautiful. I'll show you the other side as well, but unbelievable, really unbelievable. Well over the moon, absolutely fantastic. So I'll just show you guys the other side. Absolutely gorgeous carp, absolutely gorgeous. What a way to end the session, eh? So scaly, absolutely beautiful. I'm so over the moon. Let's get a few photos and let's get it back for other people to enjoy. Wowee, absolutely fantastic. Well guys, what an amazing session it has been. Came down here thinking it'd be great to get about 2 or 3 carp out, set a session target for £16, and about 14 or 15 carp later, and smashing the session target with a £22 mirror, which was absolutely fantastic. We end the session on a very big win. And you know what, it's been thoroughly enjoyable. And the great thing is about coming down to these lakes, especially Elphicks, you know, whether it's Sandwich or Kettles, you have the chance of having a good amount of fun, and it is just so enjoyable. I thoroughly enjoy runs lakes. I think they're great fun, and there's always a chance you're going to catch over a 20-pound carp, or you know maybe catch a mid-20 carp. You know, it really is you know, a land of mystery in these lakes. But one thing is for sure, it is a lot of fun. I always end off the session with showing you whereabouts I was fishing. So this is the landscape behind me here. So you see I've got the island, which I've had the joy of fishing tight to the overhanging willow trees just underneath. And we're about 4 or 5 swims away from where the walkway starts, just round this side of the lake. And we're about 3 swims away from where the life buoy is over there. But the thing that really worked for me this session was fishing tight to the willow tree and having one just off the corner of the island there. That really did work for me. But it will depend, it really does depend on the session. You know, the fish were showing really close to the island and they continue to do so, so that's where you're going to be fishing. But sometimes they might be just off the island, or perhaps they won't even be near the island at all. They'll be more central and, you know, sort of the middle, or maybe into the margins to your right hand side. So but for me, I've had a lot of good luck and chances tight against the island, and that is what's worked for me. But as I say, trial and error. See what works, and yeah, when it works you're bound to catch. So it's been thoroughly enjoyable. It's been a great start to the year in 2025. I've got a lot to look forward to. As I say, we're up at Prairie next month, early next month. Might get a fishing session in towards the end of this month. We'll see how we do, but I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed myself. I really appreciate you all watching this video. I've had a lot of great fun making these videos, so I'm looking forward to this year. As I say, got lots and lots to look forward to. So with that being said, thank you again very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next adventure, and I'll catch you all soon. Take care.